What was causing the high rates of childhood leukemia at this Catholic elementary school in Arizona and in the surrounding neighborhood? It was a cancer cluster which took the lives of 32 children and hospitalized 17 others.
You wanted to run away, but then you wanted to move, sell out, let's go away, let's go somewhere else. But you have children who have lives, you have jobs, you have a home. You just cannot walk away from everything.
This absolute, what I would consider destruction of faith, even with the church. Your children are in a Catholic school. You know, you're a practicing Catholic, you think, wow, well, if nothing else, Bishop O'Brien will stand there and say, well, maybe we better do something. Everywhere we turned, we ran into the same stone wall.
It was a rate of cancer more than twice what it should have been, and the residents wanted to know what the state medical detectives were doing about it.
My children go to St. Vincent de Paul. It was focused there. Are my children safe to play there, to drink the water? How long is it going to take? I mean, we're scared, especially since we've been there.
When state epidemiologists reviewed the test results of St. Vincent de Paul School, they learned some shocking information. The air quality, drinking water, levels of pesticides and radiation were all within state and federal safety levels. And they noticed something else. These levels were below those found in other schools and in other neighborhoods. The nearby wells, which had been contaminated, were closed years earlier and weren't used for drinking water. The drinking water from Maryvale was tested and found to be safe. Next, Peterson and his staff investigated the local industries.
We looked at industries from two aspects. We looked at them as sources of air pollution, and we basically went in and did an inventory of what they were releasing.
But they could identify no toxins in amounts that could be linked with the excess cancers. Peterson was concerned that he might never find the cause of the cancer cluster. Cancer doesn't leave a fingerprint or clue of any kind as to what caused it. And unlike other illnesses, leukemia patients like Josh Phillips produce no antibodies to the cancer-causing agent.
When you get into childhood leukemia, there are no nice, neat little antibodies to anything. There is nothing that says that that leukemia is caused by radiation, as opposed to being caused by benzene, as opposed to being caused by electromagnetic fields.
So this becomes a much more difficult problem, and so the Achilles heel of environmental epidemiology really is trying to determine what somebody's exposure was many, many years ago.
When the environmental studies couldn't find anything suspicious, Peterson decided to examine